Hello, here we've got a side-by-side comparison of the Sony Xperia Play with some of the other devices that are comparable to this product. Just a quick rundown of the Sony Xperia Play. It is the PlayStation phone running Android 2.3. We've got a slide-out control pad that's got arrow keys, the PlayStation controls for gaming, PSP certification here, optical controls here, 5 megapixel camera with flash on the back, left and right gaming controls, volume rocker, headphone jack, charging port and power button on the top. So it's quite a bulky unit in comparison to some of the devices on the market today, but it's not considerably bulky in comparison to some of those devices that have slide out mechanisms. Usually the slide out is actually for things such as keyboards, so this is slightly different in that respect. So let's bring something in for comparison's sake. So here we've got the HTC Desire Z, and from an overall profile point of view, there isn't actually a lot in it. The Desire Z is slightly squarer, but the profile is very similar. In terms of thickness, you can see that the Xperia Play is the thicker of the two, but what Sony Ericsson have done is put a curvature to the device which, when in use, doesn't actually feel as thick as it looks and actually sits quite comfortably in the hand. So then from the top perspective, again the Play is a little bit thicker. So both have slide out mechanisms, so let's open these up like so. So actually when they're slid open like this, it's more difficult to tell the thickness. The Play is that little bit thicker still, however. And then when actually open, the Play covers the greatest area. It's a couple of centimetres taller than the Desire Z, but that's ultimately down to the screen size. So that's the Desire Z. Let's bring in the Xperia X2, one of the devices from which the PlayStation phone took its design, if you like. That had a slide out mechanism, but the screen was smaller, the controls on this keypad were much smaller, but for comparison's sake, here it is. So you can see there's a considerable size difference between the two, but then do bear in mind the screen sizes. In actual fact, the X2 is just as thick, if not slightly thicker, than the Play, but the X2 is at least 18-24 months old. So some devices you might be more familiar with. We've got a Desire HD here. Overall profile size fairly similar. The HD is slightly larger and slightly squarer. Thickness, well, there's no comparison there. The Play is massively thicker, but the HD doesn't have the slide out mechanism. And then from the bottom profile. So the Xperia Play is available online at clove.co.uk today.